In the headlines, police recover firearms, arrest 5 suspects in connection to Tuesday's killing in Plateau. Drama as Abure Apapa's LP factions arrive presidential tribunal. Kanta drivers block Mina Bida Road in protest against police brutality. On the foreign scene, Lesotho declares indefinite curfew to tackle gun crime. Hello and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. I am Ayuba Ile. Thanks for joining. Beginning with security matters, the Plateau State Police Command on Wednesday says it has arrested 5 persons in connection to the attack launched on Tuesday morning in 2 villages in Mangu local government area of the state. The police also says that exhibits recovered include AK-47 rifle, a revolver, pistol and cartridges. In a statement by the spokesperson of the police command, DSP Alabo Alfred, the arrested suspects are in custody of the Operation Safe Haven as security task force maintaining peace in the state. According to the police, in the course of the struggle with the attackers, one CPL Abdullahi Umar, attached to Sector 8 STF, sustained bullet injuries and is currently receiving treatment at the STF headquarters in Jos. 2 Hilux vans belonging to NSCDC were overrun and vandalized by the attackers. Trust TV's Ado Musa gives us an update.
On Wednesday morning, the spokesperson of the State Police Command, DSP Alabo Alfred, issued a statement to journalists in Jos disclosing that 5 persons have been arrested in connection to the attack that took place in the villages of Mangu local government area. He also said that 2 firearms were recovered during the operation. According to the spokesperson, those who were arrested have been in the custody of Operation Safe Haven. Operation Safe Haven is a multi-security task force that has been maintaining peace in the state for quite a long time. He said that investigation is ongoing and normalcy has since been returned following the deployment of security personnel in the affected communities.
Members of the KKB community in Chiku local government area of Kaduna State say that they are now living in fear after a suspected terrorist blew up himself with an improvised explosive device in an attempt to evade arrest by security operatives who invaded his residence on Monday. According to the community, the heavy gunshots and the sound of the explosive device sent shivers to the entire community. The report.
KKA is one of the growing communities in Chiku local government area of Kaduna State. The inhabitants of the community are still in shock over the discovery of a suspected terrorist in the area, who later killed himself with an EID. They narrate their experience of the incident.
To abin da yake faruwa shekaran jiya dai around 11:30 to 1.
At about 11:30 p.m. on Sunday to 1 a.m. on Monday, security agencies stormed our area. We panicked, but security operatives told us to be calm, that they came for a suspect. They broke into the house, but couldn't arrest him because he blew up himself with an explosive device. They, however, found his wife, his 2 children, and another young person whom they left with.
Da kanshi da bomb, amma kuma sun samu matan shi da yara guda 2 da wani saurayi guda 1 a cikin gidan.
We have never had such incidents where someone living with us here used explosive device to kill himself. According to them, the suspected terrorist lived in the area for a few months in an isolated manner.
So although ba za a ce an san shi kai tsaye ba saboda bai wuce almost 2 months
Most
da ya zo
people
ya
here
tare
don't know
saboda da
him
siyan wannan
because he
gidan
lived for
nashi
barely 2 months
ya kai 4
and
months
did
ya
not
zo 2 months ana
socialize
aiki ana
with
gama
people.
military ya tare bai
He
wuce 2
drove
months ba
a
kowa ya san shi ba
tinted glasses
gaskiya
car,
ba kowa ya san shi ba
so just
saboda
a few
in ya shigo
people
gida
knew
motan shi yana
his
shigowa
face.
Tintec ne haka nan in zai fita motan shi Tintec ne.
This is the residence of the suspected terrorist who blew himself in an attempt to evade the arrest of the combined security agencies who stormed the house in the early hours of Monday morning. You can see the house is scattered with bullet holes and everywhere. The mood of the community is very low due to the fear of the exchange of fire that took place between the suspected terrorists and the combined security agencies.
To gaskiya mutane gaba ɗaya an shiga cikin ɗimuwa da tashin hankali.
We are living in fear because we didn't expect to have such people with us. Right now, we don't know who is who now.
So kaga yanzu al'umma za su koma tunanin waye za su rike ya zama musu jagora.
We have been living with the fear of kidnappers who used to terrorize us, but this incident of a suspected terrorist in our community sent fears down our spines. The community, while applauding security agencies for fishing out the whereabouts of the terrorist, are however appealing for more effort to secure the area. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
A mother of a missing Chibok girl has begged the Nigerian army to also rescue her daughter, who is still in Boko Haram terrorist captivity. This comes after troops of Operation Hardin K found one of the missing Chibok girls during an offensive operation in Sambisa Forest. Beatrice Kurudzi reports.
April 2014. 276 schoolgirls were abducted by Boko Haram terrorists from a government secondary school in Chibok community of Chibok local government area of Borno. Since then, some have been rescued by security personnel while some escaped from the terrorists den. With every passing day, many have been waiting and counting on the government and the military to ensure the safety and return of the girls. With the recent rescue of another missing Chibok girl, Saratu Dauda, the hopes of parents whose children are yet to be rescued have again been rekindled. Rachel Daniel, a mother of a missing Chibok girl who lost her husband, a police officer during the peak of insurgency, wants her daughter rescued from the terrorists. She still recalled the night her only daughter was taken away, making life unbearable for her.
Tun 2014 April yau muna shekara 9 muna kuka da hawaye. ‘Ya'yanmu an kwashe, mazajenmu an kashe.
I was home one evening when I got the news that they kidnapped some students. I panicked and ran to the park to board a car to take me there, but people consoled me to be patient, that they will be found. We sent her there to finish her school. Ever since this thing happened, I've had high blood pressure and sleepless nights. I refused to eat and hardly take my drugs. It's so terrible.
Rachel is positive that her daughter is still alive and is hopeful that she will celebrate her safe return like other mothers whose daughters have been rescued.
In an kawo sauran duka ban gannawa ba. A haka din ma zan sa hope watakila tana hannun wani ne. Idan yayi ya so in me shi ya zo ya sake ko da shekara nawa ne zamu zo mu hadu. Ina da hope wannan.
Even if it will take many years, I still have hope that she will return, because other mothers are seeing their daughters, and I know mine is alive. I'm begging the army to please find my daughter. Please let the president fulfill his promise to bring back our girls.
For the past months, the military's operation in the Lake Chad region and other terrorist enclaves are yielding results, as such operations have led to the rescue of some of the missing Chibok girls. Rachel is eager to hear that her daughter is among any new batch of the rescued schoolgirls. Beatrice Kuruti, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
The provost of the College of Nursing and Midwifery, Yola, Dr. Lami Aminu, has denied reports that her son, Faisal Aminu, raped a student of the college. The denial comes after a leaked audio involving the provost and one Faiza, the mother of the girl whom the son is accused of raping, went viral. Salis Lawan reports.
In the link audio, the provost was allegedly heard telling Faiza's mother to write an undertaking, denying a purported letter written by her, accusing Faisal, the provost's son, of raping her daughter.
Tun da ita Fauzi ta yadda ta yi wasiƙa na ta yadda da ta ce bata yi ba, later write an undertaking cewa ba ita ta yi wasiƙa din ba kawai ta rubuta. Kin gane?
Abin da yasa na yi denying din paper ba? Sabida babana bai san da case din ba.
Okay.
Kawai ni ina son justice ne kawai daga gunki. Sabida na ga zaki iya fahimtar damuwa idan na gaya miki ko ba haka ba.
Haka ne.
So da na zo ina neman justice.
I wrote the first letter that Faisal raped me, but later denied it because my father was not aware of the whole issue. Only my mother was aware. Faisal begged me to withdraw the case from the police because I said he raped me and you are angry with him. I'm talking to you, Mommy, because I want justice from you.
But in an interview with Trust TV, the provost, College of Nursing and Midwifery, Yola, Dr. Lami Aminu, denied the development, saying it was aimed at denting her family's image.
Just to tarnish my image. If you are a person that actually know who I am, and the way I brought up my children, I don't think such allegation will fit me. I know who I am. So I know where this case will take us to. I'm not taking it lightly. For my name to be tarnished globally, I'm not taking it lightly. What she said all manner of things that were lies. She said she never knew my son. That she said she will tarnish, she will destroy what? The reputation of my son. My son, when they met, he was not an employee of the school. But later when they employed him, he said, no, we can't continue with this relationship because based on teaching ethics, there shouldn't be relationship between teacher and students. Now this girl just pick offense. That one thing you think you can pick me for a right?
The case, which has been in the public domain, has since been reported to the police. The Adamawa State Police Public Relations Officer Suleiman Guroji said the command is currently investigating the case.
The matter is now under investigations, and the outcome of the investigations will be made public and possibly be assured that such matter is going to be charged to court for law to take court course. Command is always taking a step ahead to ensure the safety of everybody. In that, the command have already consulted the medical experts who are equally diagnosing, and I believe they are going to cooperate with us and give us all that is expected of us that we're going to get investigation.
Investigation revealed that both the victims' family members and Dr. Lami want the case to be swept under the carpet. The entire episode has been seen to dent the image of the institution, which ought to be an example in morals and academic learning. Salis Lawan, Trust TV News, Yola.
Now to political matters. A mild drama took place at the resumed hearing of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal sitting on Wednesday just as the doors to the courtroom was opened for lawyers and others to access the courtroom. Now the drama was between the two factions of the Labour Party on which group should be in court. The justices arrived to commence the day's proceedings and also refused to acknowledge the representation of the party aside the presidential candidate of the party, Peter Obi, who is present in court. The tribunal refused to take an appearance for the LP as acting national chairman of the party, Lamidi Apapa, as well as the national women's leader of the party, Dudu Manugu, tried to make an appearance for Labour Party when the petition was called. Justice Haruna Tsammani noted that if two persons are making an appearance for the party, they will not be put on record. Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has arrived at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja for the resumed pre-hearing of his petition against the President-elect Bola Tinubu. LP National Chairman Julius Abure was also in court on Wednesday. The party's factional chairman, Lamidi Apapa, was also present. The tribunal had last week adjourned the pre-hearing session on Obi and the LP's petition till May 17 at the instance of the petitioners. The chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Kaduna State, Hassan Hayat, has frowned at the suspension of the party leader and former governor of the state, Ahmed Makarfi, over alleged anti-party activities, while condemning the act and letter of suspension issued by Tudunwada Ward of Makarfi local government area. The party chairman, Hassan Hayat, says that the process was unconstitutional and disciplinary action will be taken against the erring members. Now, tanker drivers have blocked the Mina-Bida road to protest alleged police brutality. Reports say that police on patrol along Mina-Suleja road trailed one of the drivers from Paiko to Mpakungbu roundabout, where the driver who was involved in the accident tried to escape. Eyewitnesses said that a police van was damaged during the incident. When Trust TV arrived at the scene, the driver of the tanker was said to have already been detained at Pakungu police station, but his assistant, Abubakar Adamu, alleged that police demanded money from his boss in Paiko, about 15 kilometers to Mina.
As the nature is in order, the GRA commander is here, the Pakungu division is also here, and they try to put things in order. And the trader union of drivers also, they are also here to see how the situation will become. So far, so the issue is a little bit relevant now.
Okay, really, you know, please tell us what is the major reason why they follow them for Paiko?
Yes, they try to stop the vehicle for inspection. Why the driver decided maybe they want to collect the big sound answer. Now they from Paiko down to this place, and which they have to follow him and the man met him here.
Okay, now we see the motor, especially that one where they the tire don't get flat.
Yes.
Then I accident thing there for that place and wait.
No, the thing, but what they find to park and close the road. When he came, he now stood there. But he didn't know that there is a stone there, so he entered the stone by himself.
You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly, we'll take a look at youth at the forefront of recycling business in Gombe State. Details and more after the break.
That's great.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at the top stories again. Police recover firearms, arrest 5 suspects in connection to 2 days killing in Plateau. Drama as Abure, Apapa's LP factions arrive presidential tribunal. A magistrate court in Bauchi has granted bail to Imam Idris Abdulaziz Dut and Tenshi in the case of alleged insightful comment credited to him during one of his Ramadan tafsir in Bauchi. The presiding magistrate, Judge Abdul Fattah Baba Shakuni, granted the bail on 3 conditions. Trust TV's Adamu Imam was at the court sitting and files in this report.
After honoring an invitation by the Commissioner of Police over the petition, Idris was charged to Magistrate Court 1. However, at the first mention of the case, the presiding judge, Abdul Fattah Baba Shakuni, ordered that Idris be remanded in Bauchi Correctional Center before ruling on his bail application filed by his counsel. Shakuni granted the bail on the conditions that he provides 2 sureties, including a serving permanent secretary working with the state government and a district head within Bauchi Metropolis, as well as another chief imam.
On our part, we are hopeful that the outcome of the case will be positive as far as we are concerned, based on the supportive evidence to the charge. The state councils or the Ministry of Justice have now applied to take over the matter from the police, who initiated the proceedings, and the court granted that application. We apply that we need to be served with all the proof of evidence which was meant to be used against our clients. And that application was also granted. So the matter now is adjourned for hearing to the 24th day of May 2020.
Meanwhile, Bauchi State Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, through the State Solicitor General, Aliyu Ibn Idris, has taken over the case from the police.
What was done today is an application for bail, which was heard and granted. Conditions for the bail were stated clearly. We are just coming into the case. The Honorable Attorney General is just taking over the case now. And that is done pursuant to Section 211 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. And we have also applied that the case diary be made available to us so that we can study and see what is contained in the case diary. If what the police have prepared and filed against the defendant is okay by us, fine, we proceed. Otherwise, we will be compelled to amend the charges against him so that we can bring our witnesses and inshallah time use dispose of the case.
Meanwhile, the Defense Counsel says they will apply for variation of the bail conditions if they are unable to meet them, arguing that the conditions are not flexible. Adamu Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Thousands of youths in Gombe State have engaged in scavenging and trading scrap goods, metals, rubber plastics and aluminium that are being recycled in factories. Hundreds of them who operate in Gombe Old Market have been major suppliers of aluminium materials used to manufacture local cooking pots and kitchen utensils. Trust TV's Ibrahim Ismail meets a group of scavengers in Gombe Old Market who share successes and challenges in the business while responding to allegations of buying stolen materials from children.
These scavengers and scrap dealers are providing job opportunities for hundreds of youth in Gombe for self-reliance. Some of them have been in the business for over a decade and made significant progress.
Gaskiya alhamdulillah duk wani abu da dan adam.
Scavenging has done everything for me. I have a house and family. I sponsor my children's education, cater for the family, and even help others.
Makaranta har wasu ma suna ci a karkashina.
Nasarori kamar yanzu ina da mashin. I have achieved a lot. I have a motorbike and bought a smartphone, and I am building my house. My life is getting better.
Ina dan kokartawa kawai.
However, the scavengers are under fire over allegations of buying stolen materials, including those brought by minors, something they admitted but said they are working toward sanitizing their jobs. We sanctioned any RN member in the association who is found wanting, and we have even dismissed others who were found guilty.
Na mutane wanda bai kamata ba. To an taba kamawa
Recently, an Almajiri boy was killed in Yamal-Tudeba local government area of the state when he picked something that exploded. But the State Scavengers Association said it has nothing to do with the boy's death. The Gombe command of the Nigeria police confirmed the incident without giving further details.
Yes, we are aware of the incident that there was an explosion that caused the life of one Almajiri and injuring 3. But we cannot say the cause for now. What caused the explosion, we don't know. But the Commissioner of Police, CP Oka Etim, has directed the Explosive Ordnance Device Unit, that is EOD, to carry on investigation to find out the cause of the explosion.
Scavengers and scrap dealers are contributing to job creation, but many believe their activities should be regulated. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Gombe.
Authorities in Lesotho have declared an indefinite curfew in the hope that curtailing the movement of people at night will help curb the gun violence in the small southern African kingdom. The curfew comes just days after a prominent radio journalist was shot dead in a killing that shocked the nation. Residents are banned from being outside between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., according to the document signed by the police commissioner, Holo Molibeli. The curfew will remain in place until further notice. Those failing to comply face a fine of up to 2 years in jail. Police Minister Lebono Lepema said that the move aimed to tackle gun violence across the country. Now in sports news, Inter Milan reached the Champions League final for the first time in 13 years as Lautaro Martinez's goal sealed victory over fierce rivals AC Milan at San Siro. Three-time winners Inter, who led 2-0 after the first leg, will face either Manchester City or Real Madrid in Istanbul on June 10. Now, after a disciplined second leg display ensured their progress, heavily backed at a feverish San Siro as the designated home team, Inter were made to absorb early pressure as a determined start by Milan ensured the match began at a frenetic pace. Now, Theo Hernandez fired marginally over with a ferocious strike, and Brahim Diaz was denied by Andre Onana as Stefano Pioli's side attempted to undo the damage done by conceding 2 goals inside 11 minutes last week. And that's it for the news update. You can watch more via all our social media platforms and also watch through our YouTube live stream. I am Ayuba Ida. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.